Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the new Gilmore Girls review. This is a long time coming. I tried to film this a few times. Decided I should do you guys a solid and do the entire first season, one big go. You guys have been waiting for it a while, all you guys who watched the first episode. So let's talk about it. Gilmore Girls. It's really enjoyable. I'm going to kind of talk about the things that I liked mainly. Like the things that really I felt were important in the first season. Like the developing relationship between Lorelai, her parents, and how they act with Rory, Lorelai and Max, Lorelai and the other guy that was Rory's dad. And Rory and what's his name? Yeah, Rory and what's his name? I feel like that's a good thing to start on. Rory has a boyfriend now. Luke, not Luke. Jeez, not Luke. Oh. Rory and Dean. Same Dean from Supernatural, if you're big fans of that show. Now, it's Rory's first boyfriend, and you might guess as the first boyfriend of a young girl's life, it's not going to last. It's that, like, especially in a TV show, it's like this relationship to set up a bunch of other ones. So, it hits a lot of those, like, firsts. The firsts, like first kiss, first I love you, first blonde. Which, by the way, that first I love you was like, apparently took her like 8 episodes to say. As in, like, he said I love you, and then they broke up because she was too scared to say it because her mom had a baby. And then Dean was a bit of a dick about it. And, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find nice things to say about Dean. But honestly, I find that his character is kind of pointless. His character is very basic because he is in the show just for the plot points. He's a very boring person. He doesn't have any character traits. He's there to be Rory's boyfriend. I think that is one of the saddest things about it, because while it's really important for Rory and she cares about him a lot, there's really nothing to him as a person. He is so empty of extra plot. His own story doesn't exist. Even when he's like, oh, you work at a car lot and you're, fixing cars. So you're going to learn how to fix this car. Just so we can make Rory a car. And even his one, like, actual thing about him that's interesting is just so we can, like, do it for Rory. So, I don't know, that was kind of upsetting. I'd say. But yeah, there's that big plot point of, like, when Dean said I love you and I'm going to build you a car, Rory was too afraid to say it. And that's because, Rory had Rory was the love child of teenagers. And she was really scared about that. And, I don't know, let's tie that into the few returns of Rory's dad. Yeah, I honestly don't remember the guy's name. He's in for like 2 episodes. Well-known actor, though. So kudos on that role, I guess. That casting, I don't know. It was interesting to see that dynamic. I'm not sure how I feel about the character because he very much plays to an adult version of, I guess, what he was when he was younger. Ambitious, claims that he's going really far, but never really shows it. So you don't see enough of that actual progress on that front, which is kind of upsetting. But you do get to actually see her interact with her dad, and it's not like that ephemeral character that never really exists in a TV show. So that's something I'm really happy about. And, I don't know, there's not really much to say on that front. He keeps claiming to have, important things to do. He's doing important things. He's going somewhere. He's making money, blah, 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 blah. But the biggest thing he ever did, except for, Rory, except for Lorelai bringing Rory into the world, was having sex with Lorelai on her, childhood bedroom balcony, which got in the way of Lorelai and Luke, which I guess is my next segue into what I actually really liked about the season. What was, I think, one of the biggest plot points. Even besides Lorelai and the guy she, like, pseudo gets engaged to at the end of the season, is Rory and Luke. Luke, the guy at the diner. Luke, basically one of the bigger father figures in Rory's life, because they're there at the diner every day. He comes to the house, he helps fix things up. He's, he looks out for her. He supports all them. He is that he's one of the, well, many townsfolk looking after Rory, looking after the two, but like he really cares, and you can always see there is that while Lorelai and Luke bicker, there's always that thing where they are at each other's at each other's throats, but it's because they care about each other a lot, and they're like they can't really acknowledge it. There's even moments where Rory or Lorelai and her mom are talking, and Luke gets brought up for some reason. It's like, so you like him, right? And she's like, I don't know if he likes me, blah 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 blah. And then Luke's girlfriend comes on and off again. Girlfriend comes back, and she wants to, get things going more seriously with him. And there's that whole thing like, do you like Lorelai, don't you? And he's like, I don't. It's not that. And he's like, it's hard for him to say it because it's like they've been, friends for so long, and it's like that kind of friendship. So it's like that thing they don't really want to break the mold. It's a really big part of their lives, and they're terrified about what would happen if they change that. And they're so worried about each on their own individually, like moving on these feelings that they have for each other. They're not getting anywhere with that relationship. They're not making any of those big strides that they could be making. In fact, both of them are almost in denial about the other's feelings for them. So you have this really engaging story of the two of them and their interactions, and like that first big flirtatious moment when Lorelai finally eggs Luke into painting the store, and she's helping him, and they're like, they're about to kiss, and they're talking, and they're flirting, and it's like actually like sparks are going on there. Is one of the first big moments about mid-season. And then she was going to come back and help him paint again, and Rory's dad came into town, and then they had sex on the balcony, and all the complicated things happened. And I think one of the big things I find sad is that because it's first season, I'm not actually relating their characters specifically to Ross and Rachel of Friends. I'm going to say they are kind of in a Ross and Rachel problem, where you have the two characters that are fated and clearly written to, be for each other, but it can't be done first season. It can't be done right away, because if you immediately get them together, then they have to break up to continually have plot points, and you can't really put the show into, I guess, plot purgatory by, like, let's put it this way. If you want two characters over a long show, like 7 seasons you plan, as this show was, to actually have a relationship, you can't have them get together at the beginning. Like, that's not going to happen. Ross and Rachel, they had to have something to break them up. And even before they got together, they had a kid. Sorry for spoiling, like, an old show for you guys. Go watch Friends. That's not what we're talking about here. And if let's say you do have two characters, instead of, like, putting things in the way of two people getting together, you want to have them actually get together, like, first season right away, then you're going to have issues, because then that means they're going to break up. They're going to, or if they stay together, they're going to have to, like, have a kid, or something's going to happen that like keeps them together. And that's a big problem, because you can't have characters have a kid in a TV show, because as a lot of people call it, it's like plot purgatory. The moment you have people have a kid in a show, it cuts out so many things you can do with it essentially is like having a kid, because there's so many things you can't do anymore. Like, you can't have them date. Now they're dating. Now their, like, dating life is over. Like, if Lorelai had another kid, that's it. She's pretty much, it's going to be her and that guy. And, so I think it's good that they decided, okay, we have to separate the two. But then that means they had to take actually good, enjoyable characters like Max, who I'm segueing into, and kind of take a great character and just sentence him to just being gone from the show in a season. Max is Rory's teacher. He starts out as Rory's, I believe, English teacher at, Hartford, the school Rory gets into. And soon enough, some parent-teacher meets Lorelai, and they flirt, and it's really good. But it's awkward because, Rory, he's Rory's teacher. And so there's kind of like a breakup between, they stop seeing each other, Lorelai and Max. And then later on, they started getting back together around the same time that Rory and Dean were going through a little breakup. And he's a very well-educated, smart guy. And he looks out for Rory at sometimes. And, well, he's on her side. And he looks out for everyone. He's very intelligent. He's very well-written character. He's very mostly well-developed. And he's, it's sad that he could have been. I feel like while he's fated to, if you guys have seen the show, spoilers, I'm going to hold up a finger. If you want to mute it, I'll put it down when the spoiler's gone for season 2. But, spoiler, he is gone, obviously. Like, they break up. They call off the engagement because it's just not right. It's not the right kind of thing. And that's really sad because while if you brought him into the show later on when, I don't know, the Luke actor had gone or they had, like, rewritten the show away from that relationship, Max really could have been, if he came back, like Hank Azaria's character, I forget what Peter the Scientist that Phoebe likes in Friends. He could have been a character much later on that could come in and actually be that, like, last couple seasons boyfriend that ends up becoming that guy, Paul Rudd. Yeah, if you remember in the later seasons of Friends, there we go, focus. Phoebe, always dances around who she dates, back and forth, and then Paul Rudd comes into the picture, and this just, like, serendipity moment when Joey walks in, it's like, I'm going to sit with my friend Mike, walks into the coffee shop, and it's like, Mike, where are you? Just winging it, and finds Paul Rudd, and that could have been Max. That could have been how Lorelai finds her true love guy, finds her, final relationship, and that has few enough seasons to develop in a good way without having to put bad things in it. And I'm really sad for him because he's a great character, and he just has to go away. They have to kill him off, essentially. They have to write him off because it's always going to be that Luke and Lorelai at this point. And as far as I've seen, it's still going to be Luke and Lorelai. They still have that relationship that they're acknowledging to everyone else, but not acknowledging to themselves or each other. And that's the thing I want to see develop going forwards. You know what I mean? We're talking together. Sorry, that was really ridiculous. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it here. English speaking that. This was really fun. I really enjoyed watching the show again. I'm gonna kind of pass over stuff. Oh, Paris, the once bully of Rory, great girl. Goes on to be a great character in the later seasons as well, but she's not super developed yet. She had that. There's the whole Chad Michael Murray thing. Whatever, Tristan, that guy. I'm going to gloss over that. I think that was well done. He was a good plot device that kind of helped build the relationship and build the character of Paris when they're at school, and then Paris becomes more of a character in the later season, in season 2 and on. But yes, so let's move on. I really liked season 1. I like this show, and I'm going to keep watching it. I hope you guys keep watching it with me. I have high hopes for what's going to come. My hopes are, don't get Luke and Lorelai together yet. Have that spark. Have it almost there. But keep it dragging out. Like, get rid of Dean soon. Don't get rid of Dean in season 3, which I think I remember happens. Like, that's a long time from now. Don't put Rory's character in stasis. Lane becomes less and less of a character that I remember. Like, Lane is just always there. She's shoehorned in as the friend. I will like seeing, and I would like to see, as in I have seen. I like where it goes, and you see the parents have, like, the grandparents, their story develops a lot more, and I really like them getting into that more, and that was a very interesting character arc. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see more of my videos like this one,
to anyone like watching this that like willingly like buys and eats this, who hurt you?
Or you guys want to see more of my videos like this one, Tequila review?
That just ends up with me being plastered, and I love it.
I've edited those up. They're on the same channel. I'm going to keep everything on the same channel for now. And if you guys want to see me do other kind of stuff, like the crazy food stuff we do, beer stuff with my roommates, just any kind of stuff like that, or gaming stuff. I do gaming news. If you guys want to see any of that, subscribe to my channel for up-to-date news on when these videos come out. And even set one of those little mobile notifications. If you click the subscribe button, click the little cog, it will send me notifications. You get them on your phone. Boom! But there will not be a hiatus between this and the next video. I say that with my fingers crossed and clenched teeth. I am not going to put a hiatus. We're going to do this review a lot sooner. P.S. I'm wearing a Flash shirt. It's awesome. Because I like the Flash. Might do some comic stuff later. But yeah, leave a comment down below. Tell me how excited you are to finally see this video, this follow-up come out. Season 2 I might break up in half. If I remember to do that. Or I might just keep watching. Don't get mad at me. Yeah, and a bunch of cool stuff coming soon. I'm going to get some anime coming out. If you have shows you want me to watch, all you got to do is write down below. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. Thumbs up if you want to see Dean go. Thumbs up if you want to see Dean go away. And comment down below if you want Luke and Lorelai to get together. Alright guys. Peace out.